Hi everybody, this is Matt. Thanks for watching and welcome back. Let's talk about concealed carry and discretion. And this even goes into just for personal defense and safety purposes as well. And this I'm basing off of a few experiences I've had in the last couple of months. So let's start with item number one. Be aware when you're in a crowded store and don't do something that's a little bit silly that could potentially set off some people. That is not good. As an example, a while back we had a major blizzard that was bearing down on top of us, and as typical, folks wait until the last moment to go to the store and stock up on items, and I just happened to be one of those people, so the store was completely full. As I'm walking down through the aisles and I'm getting what I need, I see this guy, and the old law enforcement officer in me, just something clicked right there, and it's like, okay, he's carrying. Well, turns out that we end up in line side by side with each other. And he sees a handgun magazine sitting in my shopping cart. So when he sees that, he goes ahead and he's like, "Looks like it could get a little bit rowdy in here. But if it does, I'm ready." I'm like, okay. So what happens? He produces a fully loaded magazine out of his pocket, holding it in his hand. Not exactly a very wise move, because people were packed into that place like sardines in a can, and there's these little things called video cameras that are all over, and I don't really think that it's wise. And then he proceeded to share with me exactly what he was carrying and everything else. So that, no thanks. Second thing that I experienced was, had an individual that really didn't know me from Sikkim. I mean, if you don't know the saying, he didn't know me. He'd never really interacted with me before. And it's like a business thing, and I've got to interact with him, and lo and behold, unprompted, the guy starts talking about, "I've got a concealed carry permit and blah, 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 blah. And don't reach into that console there because I've got a gun in there." And it's kind of like, okay, whatever. I don't know you, but all right. And then he just continues the conversation. He's like, "Well, do you know anything about guns?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Do you have a permit?" "Yeah." Like, "Oh, okay." So we end up over, long story short, we end up over at the guy's house. At that point, the guy decides that he wants to show me some of his guns. I'm a complete stranger. I mean, I'm literally a dude off the street, and what happens? I go into his house, and he immediately starts going into his little honey holes, the places that he's storing his firearms, where I can see every doggone place that that's happening. And he brings them out into an alcove area. Then he also demonstrates to me that he never locks one of his doors. Okay, if I'm a bad guy, you just gave me all the information needed to go over and burglarize your place. Folks, don't do that. The guy really didn't know me. What possessed him to suddenly start talking about all this stuff and showing me his collection and exactly where he had everything stashed? I don't know, but he was so free and open with it. I'm sure that he's done this to Lord only knows how many people. Not a good idea. Be discreet, because you don't know who that person off the street is. You don't know who it is that will attempt to burglarize your house. But a lot of times with burglaries, it tends to be somebody that either you know or has been to your place before. So they already kind of have a lay of the land. Discretion when it comes to personal safety is very important. And I know that there are some folks out there that are going to disagree with me on this, but I would rather err on the side of caution and not disclose information to strangers than just overtly publicize what I have, where it's at, and all that sort of thing. So those are just a couple of examples. Be discreet, because you will actually help to protect yourself and your family from something potentially bad happening. Just please be discreet and be safe. So thanks for watching, and everybody out there, have a good one.